Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Ian, and welcome to Brokenomics. So today we're going to be talking about Cryptoblades and their skill token, a token that's seen 60x in the last 2 weeks and over 200x from I think down around 67 cent 23 days ago. Now you can see from the stats here. I mean, number one ranked on DApp Radar, number one transactions per 24 hours across all smart chains. This token has seen an insane amount of attention and adoption in the last while. One thing I would take with a pinch of salt is that 100k total users. You are allowed multiple accounts on the platform, so I don't know. Yeah, if it was individual users, I guess they would say that as well. But anyway, going forward, the company mission is their vision is for gamers to regain control of their digital assets, play to earn, increase adoption of blockchain technology in their everyday lives, and their mission is to provide a fun and profitable experience for players to create a healthy and excited community around blockchain gaming. Yeah, so in the spirit of building a healthy and excited community, what I'll do is if this video gets more subs than the dollar value of skill tokens in 1 week, I'll give out one skill token to one of the subs. So subscribe to the channel, check it out. We'll announce it on our community page here in a week. So yeah, to build an ecosystem of play to earn systems to meet the needs of gamers from all around the world. And again, this is something that we'll see throughout all of kind of looking at the fundamental aspects of this project. These guys just keep delivering. In fairness to them, I mean, everything that they have kind of said they were going to do, they did. And if you look at Riveted Games, which is created here by the owner Philip Devine, the company was actually established in 2014, so they've been around for a while. Owned and operated by Philip, it's an independent game development studio with multiple titles launched on the worldwide marketplace Steam, which I'm sure you've all heard of. Since 2014, they've won numerous awards, such as Nordic Game Festival winner for Best Independent Title, Indie Megaboot selection for the game Lightspeed Frontier, as well as Best Historical Game with Nations at War, White Star Rising, among others. We are creatives at heart and professional as well. We're creatives at heart and professional as well as responsive when it comes to community development and feedback. And again, if you look at their socials, nearly 25k people in a very active Telegram, almost 50k followers on Twitter, and top 300 or thereabouts Twitter, depending on which market cap based on circulating supply you believe, which again is something we'll touch on. They're obviously doing a good job there in terms of building the community. And as evidenced by their history of titles, they put their gamers first. So a couple of the aspects of the game you can stake, which we'll touch on as it relates to price action in a bit. Open marketplace, so you can, once you've made your characters or you have weapons for them, you can sell them on. Defeat enemies, which is obviously you earn skill tokens for defeating enemies. You can craft the weapons that cost you skill tokens, play to earn, and raids as well. So moving forward, again, just continue with the theme with delivering on what they say they're going to do. I've seen the game audits; they were completed. Front end launch, they did that. They have a number of partnerships, some of which are very interesting. We'll touch on in a minute. Multi-chain implementation really is the big one going forward. This has the chance in Q3 and Q4 to really expand the potential users of the project as well and make it more convenient for people to get involved. So if we look at the SWOT analysis they did on themselves, which was interesting that someone actually put this into a pitch deck. The weakness, again, I thought was interesting: localized marketing resources. But has this now reached a level of critical mass whereby it could potentially turn into the next Axie Infinity? You guys who are playing the game or guys who have played Axie, let me know how you think they balance up together and whether this has that kind of potential. The threat, again, is a funny one because although they say market dependent, and I'm sure it is in a more macro or long term sense, recently we've obviously seen this 60x in 2 weeks and 200x in just over 3 weeks. So whether Bitcoin's choppy and ranging doesn't seem to matter too much to this token. And the opportunity, again, kind of relating to projects like Axie, to gain a majority market share in the multi-billion-dollar crypto gaming space. Strength, again, technical expertise, game design, community management, and high-profile partnerships, a couple of which are listed there below. Unity, Steam, obviously, Chainlink, BTS Labs, and another big one, which I saw on the website, was IGN as well, who are obviously a huge name in gaming. So we get to kind of one of the concerns I have about this now in the kind of tokenomics of it. So obviously you got your IDO at 35%, 25% of that 35% was released at launch, with another 25% being released per month. And in terms of the developers or development, 25% was released at launch as well. However, the preceding or following 25% or quarters of that are released per quarter, so every 3 months. And then you got your initial liquidity incentives, and obviously the gameplay incentives, the play to earn aspect of people getting involved in the game. The initial sale was 190 skill per BNB. A BNB was about I think $380 at that time, so you're looking at about $2. And when it listed, it was at about $3 as it related to BNB, 130 skill per BNB. So the initial market cap was just 130k based on kind of a 5% circulating supply and a valuation of 2.65 million, which we've obviously seen explode since then. In relation now to something that's so important when you look at new projects, and something we really focus on when we're doing our analysis of IDO and ICO projects, is the circulating supply and release schedule. So some absolutely wildly diverging information here as it relates to that. At the bottom is from their own information as it came up to the IDO. And if you look around that July area, just around here, you would imagine that somewhere in the region of 300,000 skill tokens would be in circulation. If you look up at the top on CoinGecko, they're saying that 603,000 are in circulation. And if you look on CoinMarketCap, they are saying this 110 million out of 157 million fully diluted. That relates us at about 70%, so 702,000 skill tokens they're saying are in circulation. So I mean, that could be anywhere from 300 to 600 to 700, which is a huge difference in the amount of potential supply coming into the market. And certainly like a massive concern for anyone who's investing in a new project should be like, concern yourself, make it your business to know the release schedule and how it relates to even particular dates. So going forward, here's just another kind of example of imperfect information. On the top we have the market cap, and on the bottom we have the price action. Now obviously the price action looks great. I mean, we've got this huge run up, and now we're consolidating with low, higher, low, and it's had another run up here. I mean, I guess it's pulling back a little bit now again, but the kind of concern here is that, like, with obviously more incoming supply into the market, why do these two graphs look so similar? You can see quite frequently that market cap goes up as price goes down, because there's so many more tokens coming into the market that, let's say 20% more tokens come into the market, but it knocks price down by 15%. With this, it kind of just looks like they're almost basing that off after this initial sort of genesis, I guess. It looks like they're basing it off a stagnant circulating supply, which, if you look at the release schedules that we saw on this slide, seems to not be the case at all. And a couple of interesting things. So again, as I said earlier, like relating this to Axie Infinity, is this something that potentially could get to that kind of 2.7 billion market cap that we're seeing in Axie now? And God knows that token's so volatile. It could be up over 3 billion now, but that would relate to a price per skill of $4,500. So again, guys, let me know if you're playing these games and you've played Axie and you've played Cryptoblades. Let me know what you think, because in terms of the actual gameplay, I mean, I saw skill. It's not a game that really appeals to me. It's not kind of interactive enough. It's just kind of build a character, roll the dice, earn a few dollars. Seems to be the main aspect of it. I think a lot of the things when we're talking about this token, so we've had that huge run up. We have a graph that looks obviously amazing, and we haven't seen a huge amount of pullback. We also have seen a release schedule that's not particularly not transparent. I mean, it doesn't seem accurate what they said at the IDO compared to what we're seeing in circulating supply on some of the biggest kind of trading sites or crypto tracking sites. And also another big issue with this project is liquidity. So if you look at here, the 24-hour volume on skill tokens is 15 million of let's do it off circulating supply of 108 million market cap. So whatever, let's say it's just under 15%. And if you look at Axie now, I know this is absurdly high, but they've done a 24-hour volume of like nearly 6 billion compared to a 3 billion market cap. So and that just shows you the volatility, right? I mean, the last slide, it was at 2.7. I pull another slide for Axie and it's gone up 10% like 15 minutes later or something, maybe an hour later, but you get my point. So yeah, to sum up, I think a very interesting game, a space that's really hot at the minute, seeing outrageous gains. We also have sort of a couple of things built into the game. If you consider the fact that 2 weeks ago price was at $2.50, and if you earn these skill tokens in the game, you get taxed at 1% per day, as in to withdraw it early. So you have to wait 15 days. So maybe 2 weeks ago, when people were earning these tokens and they were worth $2.50, it wasn't such a big decision to say, I want to eat the tax and just get this money out, because all of a sudden, my whatever they might have earned, like 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe a lot more skill tokens, I'll just leave them there. Whereas now it's like they're worth a lot of money. I want to get them out now. I'll just eat the tax. So that might contribute to high volatility as well. Another thing, like, is certainly the staking on the site. So you can only stake for 7 days at a time. And I think that's a way to actually get around the tax if you stake instead. Someone correct me on that if I'm wrong. So, such a short staking time, that isn't really taking tokens out of circulation for a long period of time. And again, as we relate back, the amount being traded is quite low in relation to the market cap. So yeah, like, to sum it all up, I see just a token that has a lot of potential, and certainly a lot of potential for high volatility, but one that, looking at the graph, is obviously massively extended at the minute. But hey, this is crypto, it could run up to 600-700, and if it does, and this video gets that dollar amount value of subscribers, one of you will be getting a skill token anyway. So obviously not financial advice, but just sharing with you guys some of the insights I had and some of the information I'd found when I was looking at this token. So hope you enjoyed the vid. Don't forget to give us a sub, or at least a like, and cheers lads, best of luck.